Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I just heard about this. Doing a little bit of a ladies theme today. I just did a video about Cleopatra and the drama there because people just are stupid and like to get outraged about stuff. Poor Rebel Wilson. Now, Rebel Wilson is an Australian actress. I remember seeing her a long, long time ago on a show called Fat Pizza. She was playing like the girlfriend, the very dumb girlfriend of one of the guys on the show, and her character was annoying as hell. But I remember looking at her and thinking, she could work this. She could do something with this. I feel like she couldn't be the next Roseanne because Roseanne was like the domestic goddess and all about the household and mother and all that. But she could do like the single girl, big single girl character. Like she could create this persona. I think she could actually do it and maintain it and go somewhere with it, and she did. And it was really interesting to watch her pop up in films and create this brand of Rebel Wilson. It's been kind of on some distant realm sort of gratifying, because I've noticed a few actors and actresses from Australia occasionally I thought they could do better than Home Away or whatever they're on. I'm like, they could actually go somewhere. And like Melissa George was one. And then you just watch them. She went on to a David Lynch film, and then she did other things, and then for years she was like in holding contracts and the highest paid actress who wasn't working because she got paid to do all this series and they all were cancelled, but she was paid out to do the whole series. So I think she had 3 years in a row of being paid to be on a TV show that wasn't produced, so she just had this salary and didn't do anything. But watching her sort of go somewhere as well was good. So Rebel, I've always sort of enjoyed watching her in films. She's a bit cliche in some ways, but that's what she's doing. She's just working that persona, that character, and doing a good job of it. And some people find it offensive and deprecating that she's sort of making fun of, she's the fat person making fun of fat people. That whole argument issue has been around since John Candy, for God's sakes. But I was always fine with it, and I've always enjoyed it. But she did a horrible thing lately. She lost weight. I'm like, are you serious? I follow her on Twitter, but I just haven't seen any of her posts. I didn't realise she had lost weight. And I looked and I'm like, oh, she's looking good. And now this is not because she's ashamed of herself or she hates big women or she's turned around and betrayed you all or something. She's just got a younger boyfriend and being healthy. And she just said 2020 was a year of health, and she had a weight goal and she wanted to lose weight, I'm guessing for her health, not because I'm sure she knows that she's never going to be that perfect model stereotype, not without a lot of work and effort, which is almost no one can live up to that. She's not trying for some unrealistic ideal. I think she just wants to be the best healthy version of herself, and that's a great thing. And I'm like, how is someone upset with this? How is this a thing? But apparently she's betrayed the big women, and all these big women who want, I think they just want excuses. They want people they can look at and say, oh, it's okay for me to be unhealthy because, look, there's this famous, rich, successful, unhealthy person too, so I can be unhealthy and still be all those things. Well, you're still unhealthy. I'm really not for people being overweight. It's not good for you. It's not good for the health system. There are people who don't get treatment because there are other people who have caused their own illnesses thanks to their bad eating and bad health habits. I've forgotten the percentage, but it's a huge percentage of avoidable diseases and problems that are clogging up the health industry. Same as smoking and drugs and drinking and all that sort of things. There's a lot of things people do to themselves that put them in hospital, that take up bed spaces for people who are trying to be healthy and responsible and just get sick without doing anything to cause it. So I'm really glad that she's taken care of herself, that she's lost weight, that she's happy, she's taking selfies of herself, living her best life. And the fact that these bitter little people are ripping her one is just really annoying to me. And I'm like, really? Really? I just saw that. I was like, I just don't get it. And the same thing with Adele. Now, Adele was looking saucy a while ago. She did something at home in quarantine when everyone was like, when quarantine was sort of like, people were like enjoying like the holiday. Oh, let's do a quarantine video or something. You know, it was in that phase of the quarantine when people sort of it was a novelty before people realised how real it was and how long it was going to last. and she just looked amazing. I thought, wow, she's lost a lot of weight, and she's working it, and she's just got her own confidence and this new persona that was sort of different from the old sort of self-deprecating one, although she didn't do that a lot. But yeah, she was big, and Rebel was really big too, and that is not good for your health. And you can get away with it when you're younger, but as you get older, you cannot. You just can't. A lot of people like to think you can, and you see a lot of actresses who have this, and performers who have this persona that goes with this weight, and they all eventually, for their own health, have to lose the weight, and then they kind of lose some of their audience because the people who looked up at them because they related to them now like resent them or think they've abandoned them or betrayed them or something. So, okay, Rebel's probably going to have trouble getting film roles now because she's not going to be the Hollywood ideal for the romantic lead because she's not the skinny perfect model. She's like a normal healthy woman now, and she's not sort of the big girl that can make fun of herself either anymore. So she's still funny. She'll still be able to play her roles just as funny, but whether she'll be now typecast or anti-typecast because she's not the big girl anymore. But she's rich as hell. If you've seen her buying $1 million apartments on $1 million listing New York or whatever that she was on recently, obviously she's got the bank from all the movies. She doesn't need to do movies. She can just take whatever role she wants for the fun of it now. I think she can just like retire with her hot boyfriend and just make the occasional film for fun whenever she wants, or the appearance for fun whenever she wants. So, but yeah, she might have a little bit of problem adapting to the persona without the physicality for the physical comedy she used to do. But I think she'll be fine. And Adele, she's going to sound just the same either way. So I just wish these people would just shut that up and let these women be healthy and happy, and encourage them to be as healthy and happy as they were encouraging them to be unhealthy, because it suited them. Because, oh, you're like me, I don't have to change or fix myself or be healthy. I can just have all this validation from other people like me and never have to actually do anything about it. And like I said before, it's not about being a model. It's not about living up to ideals. It's not about shaming people or thinking someone's any less because of their weight. But the reality is, it's just not healthy. You can't live like that. How did a fly get in here? I haven't opened a door in weeks. How can a fly get in here? Maybe it's Joe Biden's fly. No, who was it? Who was it? Who was the one who had the fly? Trump's vice president, Mike Pence, was it? Yeah, maybe it's his fly. Ah, God. I've talked enough about this. I just saw the thing about Adele, and I don't care enough about Adele. I like her, but I didn't care enough to do a video or something. But then I saw it was about Rebel. I'm like, no, you don't talk about my girl Rebel. No, sorry, this is ridiculous. And I'm nobody. No one's going to hear this or listen to this, but I had to at least be someone saying it, because there needs to be enough voices on the sane side of the street to cancel out the insane side of the street on Twitter and all that stuff. I just can't believe people. But I'm going to go, and I think I'm out of topics for the day, so I'm just going to go watch the animated series of Fraggle Rock. I forgot all about the animated series. I was like, oh, Fraggle Rock's done. I got nothing left to watch. And I forgot, oh, there's an animated series of 24 episodes. That'll take a whole day. Yay. I'm going to go back to that. So feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I need to go listen to some Adele music. I haven't listened to all her albums. I feel bad. Everyone jumped on the Adele thing. Everyone's crazy. I was like, I haven't listened to a single song of hers. I've just heard some around. But I probably should listen to her. I'm going to go find some Adele albums. Bye.